The June 23rd, 2015 meeting of the Transportation Committee will now come to order.
Chairwoman Boyce.
Here.
Mr. Colby is excused. Mrs. Draw. Here. Mr. Gamble. Mr. Lightfoot. Here. Mrs. Stick. Here. Ms. Taylor. Here. President Adair.
Here. So anybody signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is anybody here in the chambers? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public forum. Approval of the minutes. You have the May 19th, 2015 minutes of the Transportation Committee before you. They will stand approved unless anybody contacts the clerk at the end of the day. So we'll go on to new business. First item on the agenda.
Referral 15-0195.
Moved by Ms. Taylor, seconded by Ms. Draw. Any questions on this one? Yes, Legislator Stick.
Through the chairwoman to administration, can you tell me the engineering estimate on the project?
Through the chair, the engineer's estimate was about $199,000.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Next item on the agenda.
Referral 15-0196.
Second. Moved by Legislator Draw, seconded by Mr. Adair. Any questions with regards to this? Yes, Mr. Lightfoot.
Through you, Madam Chair, with administration, can you tell me the difference between, or how it's determined, what is a functionality of a county road or a town road, and the difference between the two?
Through the chair, primarily we look at the traffic volume that's on the road, and normally you would have more on a county road than a town road, more on a state road than a county road. So we look at the traffic volumes that are on that, as well as the connectivity and how the road acts in terms of functions with, is it more through traffic or is it more serving individual properties and residential developments. But from a connectivity standpoint, looking at it, how it connects with another county road or with state roads at either end. That's primarily what we look at for those two things.
Okay, thank you. Another question through you, Madam Chair. It appears that the Martin Road is, a little more than a mile long. Through you, Madam Chair, to the administration. Whereas the John Road specifically states that it's only 0.65 miles south of Bailey. How much road is there on Martin Road that we'll be swapping out for the exchange, through you, Madam Chair?
Through the chair, I'm not clear on what the question. How much road?
So we're going to be swapping John Street for the Martin Road. How long is Martin Road? Do you know? Do you, Madam Chair?
Martin Road, as you said, Martin Road is currently a county road, and that's just short of 1 mile long.
And it's just short 1 mile. Okay.
Just short of 1 mile, and John Street is approximately, as it shows, 0.65 miles, but there's also some turning lanes in there, and we felt that this was and the town asked us to do this, but we felt this was a fair swap for the county and the town.
Okay, and finally, through you, Madam Chair, does the county own any more of John Road, or is this just the small part that we're trying to take?
Through the chair, John Street, the county owns 2 sections of John Street, and this is the one portion in between that we do not own. The county has always owned from Jefferson to Bailey, and several years ago when a development put in south of Bailey, it became a town road, and then it ended at a cul-de-sac. And with the intent, at some point, this was back in the 90s, but the thought always was that the county, if we ever extended John Street, in which which we did do a few years ago, and now there's a portion from the cul-de-sac down to Lehigh that is a county road. So this is one little portion, it's, if you want to call it an orphan portion, that's a town portion in between a county portion, two county portions. So we're actually now making it a continual county road.
So finally, through you, Madam Chair, once we take this portion of the road, we will own the entire road of John Street?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you.
Yes, Mrs. Stick.
Through you, Madam Chair, will this transfer increase our maintenance costs to the county?
Through the chair, no, I would not say it is. I would say it's would either be probably a little bit favorable to the county in terms of probably the lane miles, but then there's some different type of treatment you might have to do on John Street. So I would say it's close to a wash.
Thank you.
Through myself. I said through myself.
I'll answer to yourself.
All right, to myself. Yes, since I do represent that district, I just am wondering if there was a public hearing for this swap that the town wanted to have, and I assume, although I shouldn't assume, there was a town board passed this on the town board level.
Through the chair, there was not, to my knowledge, and we haven't usually, when we've done jurisdictional transfers, we don't do them too often, but we don't usually do public meetings. But the town will pass an ordinance if they have a resolution if they haven't already. We've asked them to do that, and before we do the actual transfer, it will be done.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. So, anybody opposed? All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Agenda item passes. Next item on the agenda.
Referral 15-0197.
Moved by Mr. Adair, seconded by, was that Ms. Taylor? Yes, thank you, Ms. Taylor. Any questions with regards to this item? Ms. Stick.
Through the chair, what's the purpose of this acquisition to the administration?
I want to make sure I understand what you mean by purpose of us obtaining the easement.
Through the chairwoman to the administration, you are saying you're going to be acquiring the interest in real property, and what is the purpose of acquiring this real property? What purpose does that serve to the county?
Okay, through the chair, there's a few places. We're doing a project out on Coon Road, and specifically at the Coon and Flynn, there's a section of road that we need to acquire to have it fully in the right-of-way. So Coon Road is totally in the right-of-way, so we're getting a permanent easement for that.
Any further questions? Yes, Mr. Lightfoot.
Through you, Madam Chair, to the administration, can you provide a map of this property and acquisition of the right-of-way proposed and what we want to do?
Through the chair, yes, our real property division will do that. The county's real property division, not mine.
Thank you for clarifying that. Any further questions? All right. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Next item on the agenda.
Referral 15-0198, authorized.
Moved by Ms. Taylor, seconded by Ms. Straw. Any questions with regards to this agenda item? Ms. Stick.
Through the chair to the administration, same question as the previous referral. What is the purpose of our interest in this real property to the county?
Through the chair, the county has a spot improvement project that will be going out to bid later this year at the curve of on Huffer, and we're looking to obtain some property so that we can make the curve less severe than what it is now, as well as do some of the to clear out some of the objects that are close to the road. That we can do that and better design and construct that, the curve.
I also have a question. Does anybody else have a question? I also have a question. On this particular part of this road, is this, if my memory serves me right, there's been some accidents on this part of the road. Is that one of the reasons that we're doing this project?
Through the chair, a very good memory there, Madam Chair. Yes, there's been several accidents there, primarily involving alcohol or people running from the police. But they've left the road. It's a very severe, it's a 90-degree curve, and they've left the road, and we're trying to alleviate. We're never going to stop somebody from leaving the road if they're drinking, but we're going to try to make it a little safer. And we do have federal safety money to do that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad this is being done. Thank you. All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Item passes. Any other items to come before this committee? Seeing none, the June 23rd meeting of the Transportation Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting will be on July 28th at 5 p.m. Thank you.